Okay, so when you get a question like this, there's two things you need to do. The first thing you need to do is you need to understand that the word of is just another way of saying multiplications. So the question is asking you to find 2/5 of 20. So in other words, it's asking you to find what portion of 20 is 2/5. Now, we need to rewrite this question. So the way we do that is we first of all we write down the fraction and then we change the word of to multiplication. And then when you get a whole number like this, you need to convert it to a fraction. And that's really easy because all you need to do is put the whole number as the numerator and then put it over the number 1. So it doesn't matter what question you get, whether it's asking you for 3/4 of 60 or whatever, just know that the word of is multiplication and the whole number you can convert to a fraction like so, just putting it over the number 1. So now you can see that we have a basic multiplication question. And we know from the previous classwork that we've done is we know that we need to simplify diagonally first, and then we can multiply horizontally. So let's simplify diagonally. We know that we can't simplify the number 2 and the number 1 anymore, so therefore we have to go this side. Now, is there one number that goes into the denominator and the numerator equally? Well, let's have a look. We can look at the times table and we can see that yes, there is a number 5 here and a number 20 here. So we have the denominator and the numerator in the same row, which is the multiples of 5. So we know therefore that the number 5 can go into both of these numbers, because as you can see, 5 divided by 5 is 1. So 5 divided by 5 is 1. So we can write that. And 20 divided by 5 is 4. Okay, so now we have completed step 1, which is to simplify diagonally. We've done that. The next step is to multiply horizontally. So multiply the numerators and the denominators. So let's do that. 2 times 4 is 8. And 1 times 1 is 1. So 8 over 1 is the same as 8. So that's the answer. Pretty easy. Okay, the next question is the same. So it's asking for 3/8 of 36. So we need to write this question so that we can work it out. So we write down the first fraction. We change the of to a multiplication sign. We change the whole number to a fraction. And then we go ahead and we simplify diagonally. We can't simplify 3 and 1 anymore. That's the simplest it can go. So we now go to 36 and 8. Is there a number 36 and a number 8 in the same row or the same column? So let's find out. So we can see over here that we have a number 4 there. My apologies. That shouldn't be number 4. I'll just get rid of that. We have, I was going to say, we have a number 8 here and a number 36 over here. Okay, so now we have the denominator and the numerator in the same row, which in this case is the multiples of 4. And because they are in the multiples of 4, we know that the number 4 goes into the denominator and the numerator equally. How? Because 8 divided by 4 is 2. So let's write that. Remember, 8 divided by 4 is 2. That's how we got the 2 there. And 36 divided by 4 is 9. So let's write that. Okay, so now we've simplified. We can't simplify these anymore. So we've done step 1. Step 2 is to multiply horizontally. So let's do that. Three times 9 is 27. And 2 times 1 is 2. Okay, so let's go ahead and let's change this improper fraction to a mixed number. So we need to find out how many groups of 2 are able to go into the number 27. Now we know that we can't go into the number 27 equally. Why? Because if you look at the multiples of 2, you can see here that there is no number 27 in the multiples of 2. So we know that the number 2 cannot go into the number 27 equally. But how many times can it go in before it does go over the number 27? And that's the key. We want to know how many groups of 2 can go into the numerator without it going over. So the closest number to 27 here is 26. So let's circle that. Okay, so we know therefore that 26 divided by 2 is 13. In other words, 2 goes into 26 13 times. So we can write that as a whole. Okay, so that's your whole number, okay? But there is a remainder because the number is 27. And so far we've got 26, right? So 2 times 13 is 26, but it's 27 here. 27 minus 26 equals 1. That's the remainder. And you also know that we always have to make sure to keep the denominator the same. And there's your answer. There's your mixed number, 13 and a half.